Hi everyone, my name is Stacy LeGros and I am a designer with ChalkCouture. I would love to show you a project that I'm going to do for this spring. It has my little Easter bunnies with it. So I do all of my stuff, like I said, through ChalkCouture, which is using silk screens, chalk paste, squeegees, and some of the projects I actually do is I use ink. We can use ink with our silk screens. So I'm going to get started with my project. Like I said, everything that I get is out of my catalog. This is our new spring summer catalog. And actually the surface that I'm going to use is a ChalkCouture surface. Now I've used different surfaces. If you see up here, that one up there is actually a canvas that I've used. The other two behind me are boards that I actually purchased through ChalkCouture, but this is another one of their boards. And I'm actually going to do the project this way. So this will screw in the back and it'll hold up like this. So this is our board and pillar surface. So I am going to do, I did have a heart on here for Valentine's Day. The awesome thing about our chalk paste is that if you do not seal your surface, you can use water and wipe it off, which I've already done that to make this go a little bit quicker. This is my little bunny that I'm going to use. And it's actually two layers. So I'm going to do this layer and I'm going to do it in a Harvest Shimmer. You're going to get to know that I love shimmer. So this is in Harvest Shimmer. And then this I'm going to do in like Shimmer White. And this will be the outline of the bunny. And I'm also going to put on here Hello Spring in our Shimmer Melon. So I'm just going to show you. I did it all in shimmer. Some of my projects are not done in shimmer. This is one of them. This is done in multicolors. It says family is a little bit crazy, a little bit loud, and a whole lot of love. So this has a lot of different colors in it. None of it shimmer. Okay, so I'm going to get going. And the really cool thing about our transfers, ChalkCouture calls them transfers, or our silk screens, is they're reusable. So I have used this several times, and I'll actually show you. We have bunny cutouts, and I used it our small bunny cutout. And we also have a bigger bunny cutout. It's pretty cute too. And I did it both sides. So this is one side. And then on this bunny, so you can kind of mix and match. My lighting, I'm sorry, is a little bad. So I am going to line this up. I'm going to put them kind of higher up on my surface. That way I can put my Hello Spring underneath. And I've already made my bow. I have a little bow with some flowers on it that I'm going to decorate my pillar with. Okay, see? And then of course you're going to watch me do this a couple times because I want it to be straight on here. One of the reasons why I love ChalkCouture is that if I have a chalkboard surface, I can reuse it over and over again. And I love to create things. I love to make things. I make stuff for people all the time. But this is something that you can do. And you do not have to be really creative or like professional. I actually tell people these transfers make everything look professional for us. The only thing that we need to do is get it on here exactly how we want it and paste away. So one of the things that you're going to want to do is make sure once you have it on here like this, that you do not have any bubbles. You do not have any bubbles underneath your silk screen, because then it won't go on there very even. I'm going to use what I call Shimmer Harvest. It's this color right here. And I use the Shimmer Harvest on the big bunny. You can see it on this bigger bunny. So all you do is take your squeegee and put the paste on your squeegee and you pull it through the silk screen. So if you can see, I'm pulling this through the silk screen. And the shimmer paste doesn't dry as quickly when you're putting it on as your regular paste does. So you can take your time doing it. But with other pastes, they can dry a little bit quicker and you can actually pull the paste off of your surface if you let it sit on there for too long. So you just want to make sure that you put an even amount over your silk screen. And I just keep on dipping it in. Some people just dab a little bit all over it and pull it through. I just keep on dipping it back in my jar. And then I like to, because it's a shimmer, to add a little bit more on it to really pull it through my silk screen. And the really cool thing about the silk screens and the paste is, look at, I'm pulling all the excess off. So once you get it on there and you pull it through, you just pull across it and clean it off. Pull all the excess paste off of it. And if I look at it, there's a couple spots that I see is a little bit darker because that means I see the black chalkboard through it. I'm just adding a little bit more. And then I pull it through and make sure that there isn't any like lines, like any streaks I would call, just like this. And now I'm just going to take a corner and I'm going to pull off my silk screen. And when you pull it, you just want to be careful that you do not stretch your silk screen. So there. Now with this, I'm going to just hang it on the side of my table here, but when I go to wash it, I'm just going to take warm water, and you can get these little round pads through ChalkCouture and you just wipe it off. Or you could just use warm water in your hands to take off your paste or ink or whatever you're using on your silk screen. So here's my bunny. Can you see this little mark right here? Because I'm using the chalk, that will come off. That is going to help me line up my second one. So what I'm going to do right now, because it dries pretty fast, is I'm just going to take a blow dryer and hit it and dry it so we don't have to wait for it to dry. Now, my grandkids do this with me, and the one thing that they love is right after they do it, which most kids love to do, is, can I touch it? So I'm showing you right now, I'm touching it and it's staying on there. It's actually pretty hard to come off. I say hard to come off. You'd really have to scrape on this for it to come off. So now I'm going to put this over top of it. But first what I'm going to do is I have what is called some clear wax. I'm going to wax it a little bit. That way it doesn't pull up my chalk paste that I already have on here. So I'm just going to dab. I just have a piece of paper towel and I'm just dabbing it, and I'm just going to dab it on my bunny here. It just puts a little bit of a barrier. That way I'm not going to pull up my paste that I already have on here. Okay. If I were using this on paper, which I'm going to show you that I've used on paper before, my grandson Russell's. So this says don't quit, and I wax the paper. That way the stickiness of the transfer doesn't pull the paper off. Okay, so now I'm going to peel this off. So you can see that there's a backer here. I sometimes mark the back of this, but I know now there's a dull side to these backers, and then there's a shiny. So you can see this is shiny. This is more dull. You're always going to want to stick the sticky side to the shiny side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up. So I'm going to take, I say it's the crosshairs of this, and I'm going to line it up over here, but I'm also going to kind of look at it to make sure that it lines up with my bunny too. These bunnies are so cute. Okay, so I'm kind of looking. I feel like he needs to go up a little bit. So now I'm just going to lightly press on here because I don't want to press all on the blue because I don't want it to all stick on there. I am going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use this melon for the nose. So, which I have some other multi-tools here. which I have them all set up in this little, it's like a makeup brush holder, but this little tool here is smaller so I can get in that little area. So, but right now I'm just gonna do what is, I think it's called Frost. Yes, this is a shimmer frost. So it's like a shimmer white color. I'm gonna just cover this up so it doesn't dry out. So I'm gently taking it on my squeegee and I'm pulling it through the transfer. In the future, you'll see my son, my youngest son, he's done a lot of these on my Facebook. I have a Facebook group page, which I would love for you to join. So I'll put that in the comments. So if it's something that you want to join, you can. He's actually really funny, but he's super talented too. He's better at picking out colors than I am. And he puts up with me. My silly creative, and when I mess up, he usually fixes all my mess ups. Okay, so I pulled off all my excess. I'm just gonna put it back in the jar. So the thing that I really love about the shimmer is that it goes on really smoothly and you really don't need a lot of it. So I have a little thing of water that I put all my squeegees in after I use them to soak them before I wash them off. And then I'm going to take the melon, because I'm going to use this for my Hello Spring. I'm going to have to put this on a little bit. There we go. Look, so cute, this pink little nose. Okay, so now I'm just pulling. We call this the peel and reveal. His little nose looks cute. Okay, so this is how he looks so far. And then what I'm gonna do, just so I can show you, is I'm gonna wet the end of this. You can take, I actually have Q-tips. Just in case you don't have all the tools, I'm just gonna take this Q-tip, I'm gonna dip it in my water here. And I'm going to take and just use the water to take off the crosshairs there that I used to line it up. So sometimes you can use the end of this, it'd be like a toothpick type thing to scrape it off because it's dry. Now it's gone. See how easy that was? So now I'm gonna hit this with a dryer again because I'm gonna use this other silk screen and I'm gonna have to put it on top of this a little bit. I don't know who else is ready, but I am definitely ready for spring. So another thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to just kind of do this with it. That way, when I lay it on here, it's not gonna stick on my bunny. But I do wanna line him up. I do wanna see where he's at to kind of line this up in the middle. So I'm going to, and again, I feel a little something underneath here. You wanna make sure you don't have anything on your silk screen because you want it all to be flat on here. And you don't want any bubbles. So I'm gonna do something too, just because now I'm gonna be really creative. I'm gonna do half of it in my shadow color and the other half in the pink. So I'm gonna do the hello in my shimmer frost. In future videos, I'll show you too, some people call it a hot mess. I'll show you how to blend it so it looks like an ombre look, which is super fun. Again, everyone, if you follow me on my Facebook, I do this with my grandkids. So I'm actually putting it on a little, like I keep on adding it. That way it's really, the white really shows up. I'm not missing anything. And because the shimmer is a little, I want to say, not as thick as the paste, it's not going to dry as fast. Okay, so I'm going to set that there. And now I'm going to use this multi-tool, and I'm going to do the spring in the pink. So I'm just going to kind of dab it on here like this, and then I'm going to pull it through the transfer. You can see that I'm just taking it and pulling it across. Now say I got a little bit of it on the outside of my silk screen. I say silk screen transfer, it's all the same thing. Because it's a chalkboard, it will wipe right off. Really cool part about using chalkboard, that's why I love the chalkboard, is it will wipe off. And then if I don't like it, what happens if I didn't like the colors? Or I didn't like how it turned out, or there was a bubble, you can wipe it right off and do it again. You can switch out, I switch out this board and pillar for every season. We do have inks that you can use on shirts, mugs, dishcloths, pillows. I've made tons of pillows. And I'm just trying to make sure I have the top of my letters really good. Okay, so then I just wipe it off the rest of it, kind of take it and put it back in my jar. So I'm putting it back in my jar. I'm putting the top on it, and then we have, again, my peel and reveal. Turned out perfect. So here we go. Here's our bunny. It says hello spring. I'm going to put it on the base of this, and I'm going to add my flower, which my flower I already had made this previously, so you guys didn't have to sit there and watch, because I'm challenged when it comes to making bows. You'll learn that too from me. My son is way better at making the bows than I am. So you just add this onto here. This screws on. So this will screw onto here. And then I took, hang on, I have glue dots. So if you're a crafter, everybody has glue dots. I took a glue dot and put it on here. Now, if you want to make this permanent, I would use hot glue or different kind of glue to stick it on there. So I am going to stick this on here. I used the pink in the spring because I knew that I had a pink flower. So glue dot that on. And then if you see, I've screwed this in and out, so it's gonna be kind of tight. So if you can see, here it is. So y'all let me know what you think. If you have any questions. We also have, with ChalkCouture, we have what is called, we have a Club of the Month subscription, and you get a transfer silk screen. So it would be something like this, come like this, and you'll get 3 chalk pastes with it, and you can put it, I like say I can paste anything. So I really can paste anything, and I paste anything and everything. So if you want to be part of the club, just let me know, and just leave me a message, but let me know what you think of the video. And I just really want to thank you for hanging out and for watching me. Thank you.